What is going on? My name is Long Number One, and today we're going to show you what DVDs you should buy if you're a WWE fan. Now I'm a huge WWE fan, and let's start with the older ones. So let's start with WrestleMania 5 and 6. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan versus The Ultimate Warrior. The one thing I love about this one is that it's 2 DVDs and they're both WrestleMania. My idea is to collect all the WrestleManias, but so far that's not going too well. But this was the second WrestleMania I ever got. So the matches are that's at the top. Hercules versus Haku, Akeem and Big Boss Man versus the Rockers, Brutus Beefcake versus Ted DiBiase, the Bushwhackers versus Jacques and Raymond Rigu, Mr. Perfect versus Blue Blazer, Demolition Axe and Smash versus the Powers of Pain and Mr. Fuji, Dino Bravo versus Ronnie Garvin, Arn Anderson and Tully Blackchart versus Tino Santana and Rick Martel, Piper's Pit with Morton Downey Jr. and Brother Love, Jake Roberts versus Andre the Giant, special referee John Studd, so that's a very good one. The Hart Foundation versus Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine. Apparently that's meant to be the best match on this, apart from the world title match that's about to come up. Intercontinental title match, Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior, Jim Duncan versus Bad News Brown, Red Rooster versus Bobby Heenan, and for the final match, world title match, Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man Randy Savage. Now I watched this DVD and it goes on for at least about 2 hours, but altogether it runs for 330 minutes, which is, I don't know. I don't do time. So that's WrestleMania 5 and 6, and these are just DVDs that you get at Poundland. So if you have a Poundland, you should get these. This is an Undertaker The Phenom. It's an 18, so don't let the kids watch it. It's the WWE Attitude Era Undertaker. And let's see what it says. The Phenom of the WWE leads on a journey to dark side, highlighting his most recent battles. The discovery of Kane's existence, the fiery horror of the Royal Rumble 1998 casket disaster. I don't know why I can talk. His wars with mankind, the betrayal of Paul Bearer, it's all here and more. Also contains exclusive footage and interviews which show you a side of The Undertaker never seen before. So if you're an Undertaker fan, pick this up. And if you're at Poundland, pick this up. You have to watch this because it is the most brilliant DVD of the Attitude Era ever. So now let's go to the WWE Attitude Collection Best of Raw Volume 1. This is also at Poundland. This is Best of Raw Volume 1. It shows what happened in the Attitude Era, and it goes on till Volume 10. You have to buy this. It's a wild, out of control roller coaster ride which has caused more controversy and has more people talking about the invention of the telephone. It's Raw, baby, and now you can own some of the greatest moments from the hottest show on cable television, which is very true. If you've been living under a rock and have never seen Raw, then get with the program and get this DVD. Raw is being blamed for all the society's ills, and there are some people out there who don't want you to see this. Don't let your rights be trampled upon. Don't let them tell you what you can or cannot watch. Get it. So you have to get this. It's very funny, very violent, and it talks about what happened in the Attitude Era. So let's get to the actual Raw and SmackDown. No more Attitude Era, because I don't have any more of that. Okay, SmackDown's memorable matches. Most memorable matches. These contain amazing matches. I mean, World Tag Team Championship match, Chuck and Billy, as in like Chuck and then Billy Gunn from the New Age Outlaws, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Edge. Now I'm an Edge fan, you'll see what happens at the end of this video. On Independence Day, Edge teams with his idol Hulk Hogan to challenge for the World Tag Team Championship. Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero. Sorry, I had to do that. Watch the spectacular debut on SmackDown of Rey Mysterio as he takes on his old nemesis, Chavo Guerrero. Chris Benoit and Eddie, as in like Eddie Guerrero, versus The Rock and Edge. I had to buy this because I've got all the volume 1s of Raw and SmackDown now. SmackDown's newest recruits take on the undisputed WWE Champion The Rock and his partner Edge in a red-hot tag team match. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. You have to have seen this match. You cannot have seen this match. This match is when Brock Lesnar does a superplex with the Big Show and they break the whole entire ring. So the Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. Two of the biggest bulls in WWE lock horns in a mammoth SmackDown main event. You won't believe how this match ends. Well, I do, and you have to. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. They may be friends outside the ring, but it's a different story once the competitive juices start to flow in the ring. That's right, that match between his best friend Eddie Guerrero, that was very chilling, because it was really bad. I haven't seen this match, because I keep on skipping it for some strange reason. United States Championship match. Chris Benoit versus Booker T. A hard-hitting battle between these two Venetarians, but does Booker have the upper hand with Sharmell in his corner? Ooh. Okay, so let's get to Volume 2, which is Raw's most memorable matches. And this you've got amazing. Okay, this is part 1, guys. Watch part